The scene is set rather briefly, at least, within the Fordham Dormitory University, where Josh Rain has sort of been left to his own devices. Both the Hell Kitty and the amnesiac Scourge have gone ahead and ran off. One to destinations unknown, and one to at least what he presumes to be Chelsea, at least what he presumes to be New York University. Josh Rain, knowing that there are certain protective measures around that area to sort of trigger people, he goes ahead and takes the initiative and decides to call ahead just to make sure that when Reggie does make her way finally, that she isn't met with suspicion or any type of hostility. He goes ahead and picks through his smartphone a number that he hasn't had the occasion to call for quite some time. He goes ahead and rings up Master Edwin at whatever place the number currently links to.
The phone will ring and ring and ring and ring. Edwin is actually enjoying a very nice cup of tea in the New York University campus's cafe. And it wasn't until a very nice person happened to wander by, point out the fact that Edwin's phone was ringing, and he desperately is trying to use it. Hello? Hello?
Hello, this is Master Edwin, right?
Uh, yes, this is he.
Uh, this is Josh Rain. You remember me?
No.
Your friend from the Bronx.
Uh, Vaguely. Okay. Yes. Uh, how can I help?
Oh, thank God. I thought you had gone, amnesiac on me as well. Okay. To cut a long story short, one of our people is going to go ahead and give your people a visit.
Where are they going to visit us?
They're going to go to the New York campus. Just wanted to call ahead, let you know, and not so that you don't go all panicky when that ward goes off.
I thought you kind of already we've already told you not to go anywhere near that location and the penalties that would happen if you do.
Look, I know this. I really do. It's just this is a new person, and she apparently has old business to attend to within the university. If you could just this once, go ahead and waive that penalty.
Well, the penalty is levied against the measure of man, so I'll go and find this person and see what they're all about.
Thank you, Edwin. Just it. Um, it's a he is actually a she. She responds to Reggie. That's about all I can tell you at the moment. She's gonna be looking for Victoria, so if you could help her out with that, that'd be a great personal favor to me.
So I'm looking in the entire of the New York campus for a woman called Reggie looking for Victoria. There's a bit more to go on that, perhaps a description maybe.
Yeah, she's a bit of a mousy girl, brunette. Isn't wearing exactly the finest things at the moment. Josh just sort of gives him a general description.
Okay, I'll see what I can find. Is she one of you mentioned she was new? Is she one of yours?
Yeah, she's one of my people, and she's looking for one of your people, Victoria Ashley Croft, I believe.
And what's her name?
Reggie Summerly.
No, you mistake my question. What's her name?
I'm not going to give you that information.
Well, it would help me find her easier though. But okay, I shall go through the streets of New Chelsea and demand to find this person called Reggie, and hope to that God that she is polite enough that we don't levy our issue against her. How do I turn this fucking thing off? You hear beeps and things until the end of that conversation. Fine. Okay. Now, I wasn't drinking this coffee anyway, or tea rather. And with that, Edwin will down what's left of his tea, leave the obligatory tip and change, and will head out of the cafe into the humid New York air.
Entering into the campus on foot after taking several trains from the Bronx down into Manhattan proper, Reggie steps onto the campus and looks somewhat lost. One hand holding onto the strap of the backpack while the other bandaged hand just kind of thumbing the pendant that was given to her some time ago in a different form. But she just kind of starts walking around the campus and wandering fairly aimlessly.
A little bit behind Reggie. Small bird is following. They don't really. The bird is just skipping through the trees, sometimes flying a little bit to the left of Reggie, sometimes flying a little bit to the right. Behaving as bird-like as possible. Lily in bird shape is just making sure that nothing happens to what she sees now as her new thing to protect, her most precious thing.
Edwin will be making his way now at this point along the streets around a cafe in New York University, using the powers of perception that he's been given through his ascension to magehood. He will see the great barrier produced by his kind as a form of energy, a glowing shield, and will see any disturbance in that pattern that has been created by entry of those who we consider to be unwelcome.
There's a nice Reggie-shaped sort of silhouette in it, I'm sure.
I'm sure there is. In which case, Edwin will probably follow to a point where he can see the mousy-shaped matching description of Reggie Summersley. He won't approach directly. He'll just watch and see what she's about.
She seems to be really looking about as lost as a person can. Kind of not really sure what to do with herself. She knew by Josh's description and the generalized feeling that she got after tapping into the pendant several times previously once she'd entered the city that this seems to be where she needs to go to find out who has been talking to her. She kind of frowns as she turns around and looks past Edwin, not really trying to pick him out, or has no idea who he is, and therefore can't really pick him out of a crowd. But Edwin can very likely see the expression on her face, like a deer in the headlights, or just almost a lost child at that point.
With that, and the understanding, he'll exercise some of his power that he's been working on recently. And perhaps Reggie will hear another voice inside her head, of a masculine tone of the man staring intently at her. "Excuse me, my dear, you appear to be lost."
Edwin will notice that her head kind of snaps into the direction that it felt like it came from within her head, which likely turns her away from Edwin, as she can't see anybody in front of her speaking to her. And I don't know, does that, I guess mind speak means that you would hear her inner monologue.
I think if you chose to interact with the voice by speaking to it, I could hear that.
Then she'll respond. She'll sound somewhat sheepish, but who are you?
Well, nobody of consequence. I've just been asked to look out for lost sheep that have, let's say, entered into our paddock. One particular person gave me your name and description and asked me to watch for you.
I'm here to see Victoria.
And may I ask, why do you wish to see Victoria?
Because I keep hearing her voice in my head.
Interesting. Now, Victoria is a very busy woman, but you look somewhat bewildered, lost, and half-starved. Maybe I can pass a message on for her.
She starts to look around. Where are you?
I will wave at this point, but I will continue speaking even though my mouth does not move.
Reggie will just kind of saunter over, make her way over slowly. And she'll stand about a good 3 feet away from Edwin, just to be out of arm's reach, not really knowing what Edwin can or cannot do.
Cup of tea?
Her eyes kind of light up at the mention of tea, and Edwin can almost plainly see the golden irises, which are somewhat familiar, potentially.
Yeah, I think I might make a roll for that one, actually.
Yay!
I'm trying to remember how I did this again. Goddamn dice stream.
It's a lot nicer than it used to be.
Oh, pretty. Shall make a intelligence roll, I think. Just pure intelligence. Ah!
Wow!
No. Slipped my mind. You do look like somebody familiar. I can't place you at all. Maybe. Anyway, the offer of tea is available to you. I think. Dear.
Reggie will just kind of
Yes.
nod in agreement. Yeah. She agrees. She's like, I'd like some tea. And to not speak like this is really strange.
I will speak with my mouth this time. Yeah. It does take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm kind of learning that about a lot of stuff these days.
But it has its private conversations without being listened in on. And Edwin will offer a quick glance over her shoulder and have a quick look around with his enhanced senses. We'll smile inwardly, and then we'll offer Reggie, we'll direct Reggie to the same cafe that he took the phone call.
She'll follow.
Excuse me. But I'm sure it looks like you've not got 2 pennies to rub together there, so this first one will be on myself. What do you want? He'll gesture to a menu.
She'll look at it, and almost immediately she just, almost by instinct, just says, "Jasmine tea with a bit of honey."
I'll order this, and I'll order a second cup for myself. And I'll offer them a seat for us to sit by the window.
And Reggie will follow suit, take a seat, kind of slump the rather weather-worn and ratty-looking backpack down. Reggie herself is kind of wearing faded jeans, probably a new t-shirt, but a sort of worn undershirt. But she does look clean outside of her clothes. Like she has had a shower.
I hope your tea is to your satisfaction. Now, you mentioned Victoria and wanting to speak to her and hearing your voice in your head. Was it like when you heard my voice in yours?
Somewhat. But she'll kind of take her thumb and pull on the chain that holds the little angel pendant. Made from Tass, by the way. If that means anything to you.
Did she say that? Because
No, she doesn't know that. I'm just that's an out-of-character statement.
Okay, gotcha. Edwin will recognize the figure, the actual jewel itself, and see. And pray tell, how did you come by that pretty little thing?
I woke up with it.
You woke up with it then? I'm starting to remember now. Did you know or ever see in your travels a short blonde woman by the name of Locke?
The mention of the name Locke, she immediately, her expression kind of grimaces, she frowns, and she actually almost kind of scoots back in the chair a few inches, like she really doesn't like that name. She doesn't like being referred to as Locke.
Was there something I said?
She just kind of rubs the side of her head as she... I woke up next to someone. Someone that wasn't living. Everybody keeps referring to me and her at the same time.
I wonder. And with that, Edwin will pick up his tea and he will sort of place the tea to his lips, but he will use this opportunity to have a very long stare at Reggie. Using his enhanced senses, he'll see the flow and pattern of energy surrounding her. I see. And that is why Josh knows you and tried to call me and let me know that you were on your way.
I suppose.
Then I would perhaps consider you to be one of the fallen, and thus an ally of sorts. It is good that I was able to intercept you on your way to meet Victoria. in meeting her, you would have met your end, and that was through no malice of us. It's just how we have protected ourselves. However, since I am here now, I can pass on a message to her if you wish.
I need to see her. I need to see things that I don't remember.
Do you not remember me?
She looks up at him and just shakes her head very slowly.
Did you find any belongings, or when you woke up next to the one that was not alive?
And she pulls the two pendants up. Just these.
There was no ornately carved wooden horn then.
She shakes her head. No.
I wonder where that's gone. Mostly concerning. Anyway, I think it would be best for me to send you on your way with your details, which I can pass to Victoria, to arrange a meeting outside of this place. Our sanctum is protected and would do you great injury if you attempted to approach it.
She kind of nods at that one, and she'll look up to Edwin. How much did you know about the other one? Her, the red-haired one.
Oh, red hair, yes. I say do not follow in her footsteps. She was a leader of sorts of your kind, but when the chips were down, as we say, when great danger was upon us, she fled. I guess cowardice knows no bounds.
Oddly enough,
at that moment, you can just feel the bird, see the bird on the table next to you, flip its wings quickly, but it settles down again.
Reggie doesn't actually. She actually seems to take this one a bit better than one might expect. Every person that she's met thus far has kind of been doting upon her and coddled her in a way that makes her feel like maybe they're trying to sugarcoat things in a way. And this very strict and stern criticism, I suppose, kind of feels genuine enough that she just kind of nods and accepts it. Can I show you something?
Go on.
She'll roll the sleeves back on her arm all the way up past her shoulder and exposing the biceps where these very pronounced, what looked to be burn marks in the shape of someone's hand that had gripped her at one point, are seared into the flesh and have become rather prolific scars.
You do appear to have been through the walls, my dear.
There was someone else there. And every time I try to think more and more on it, it makes my head hurt.
There are beings out there that do have that capability. So someone did you great injury and has damaged your mind in that respect as well, it seems.
There's nothing before when I woke up. Just instinct, just feelings.
I see. Well, If you wish to write me a letter or write a note here with your address or a contact number for yourself, then I'll make sure that Victoria receives it.
She just kind of nods, and then she'll just kind of write down an address, which is to the Old World Trade Center memorial site, the large fountains, where the towers used to stand. And she just slides that over.
Okay. I'll make sure that she gets this, and we can find a way of contacting you to arrange a more neutral location.
I somehow have a feeling that if she wants to contact me, she can.
Yes, but she has been predisposed with her other duties. And a little bird tells me that you'll be protected until that happens.
Reggie just kind of nods and sips from her cup. You said that she was a coward.
Yes.
Did you hate her?
Hate? No. Her actions were atypical of the situation. And I'm sure she rationalized it away, but perhaps her convictions weren't so deep as perhaps mine is. But hate, no. Too strong a word.
I don't know if I'm any more brave than her.
Well, were I to meet her again, I'm sure there'll be a very interesting conversation between us. But, well, c'est la vie, as they say.
Reggie just stands and then takes one last sip out of the cup. Thank you for the tea, Edwin.
You're welcome.
I suppose
And
that
I will ensure that you'll be speaking to Victoria soon.
I'm just hoping that some pieces fall into place when I see her.
Sorry, yes?
I just hope that pieces fall into place when I see her.
I'm sure they will.
I suppose I probably shouldn't come back here.
No. This would be your only chance of walking into this area without receiving any form of punishment from us for your transgression.
She just nods and picks up her backpack and then turns on her heel and exits the cafe.
Edwin will sit back in his seat, and he won't watch the departure of Reggie, but he will place his sort of his hand on his chin, and then he will say to nobody in particular, "You do realise that you have been warned about not entering this place before, and you have done so again."
The bird was actually planning to skip behind Reggie, skip through the door. As she hears that, she's just gonna fly up from the table, fly around the head of Edwin, just almost as to defy him a little bit, and try to go through the open window, if there is an open window. Else she'll have to wait until the door opens again.
There will be. I'm sure there will be an open window, but since I'm in a particularly bastardish mood today,
Aw.
fuck off. That's a success. The window appears to be barred. A gust of wind that seems to sort of push it back into your feathers again as you try and leave. Sort of turns you away from the opening. I do expect a response to my statement. She who can turn into birds and beasts.
The bird being thrown back into the restaurant's just gonna land someplace probably not very dignified. She's gonna shake her head and ruffle her feathers as she then flies back towards the table where Edwin is sitting and actually gonna go ahead and shit on the table because she's that's the bird's response.
I should be very upset with this. Very upset. I'll gently sigh from the recesses of my coat. I shall sort of procure something which is pencil-shaped, really. Looks like it's made of sort of iron or steel. It's about this yay long. I'll place it in his hands. And we'll again come back, little bird. I'm not finished with you yet. And again, a force slightly stronger this time will divert the bird's course back in towards the room. It is difficult to get it through to you how valuable our space is and how the threat of keeping you away is sacrosanct, and we don't like to very much go back on that.
By the way, are you just talking to her, or are you actually talking to doing the mind talk thing?
I'm just talking out loud.
Okay. Because
Enough. I'm directing it at the bird, though.
Bird can't really talk back, so she's being thrown back again, ending up on the table in front of you. She's just gonna, by then, just gonna sit there.
I'll scratch my head slightly again, and I'll look upon the bird with the prime sight. Does this bird have a demon sitting inside it?
Oh yes. No, well, actually, the bird is a demon. Shape change.
Oh, it is. It is a demon. Very well. I assume perhaps if you can't answer me here, then perhaps you should answer me when you're being incarcerated.
Flying away, flying away, flying away.
I shall, with my wand of steel, an incantation that I have prepared for some time, spending 3 points of quintessence to make difficulty low, which I kind of fuck up on.
Yay, demon for the win!
Dice gods. Okay.
They are offended
That's
by you,
highly
William.
rubbish. Yeah, the dice don't like me today, but I'll continue with my incantation and I'll see if I can catch it. This bird does it on its way out. Pain in the ass that it is. That's 3 points of quintessence burnt on that stupid power. Yeah, so the bird has the opportunity of flying out of the bloody cafe if it wants to,
Mm-hmm.
much to my aggravation. I'll continue my incantation though. I'll spend a point of willpower and 3 quintessence on this one because I want to have anything more than 1 success. That's better. Cool.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's not damaging in any way. I haven't blown you out the sky. This is a spirit prime effect. I kind of just sort of, yeah, place a restriction upon your sort of demonic essence at this point. Maybe a bit more thought into that would probably be a bit better, actually. The intention here was to actually pull your demonic form from your body.
I'm
And that
going to
works.
have to step
Don't
in
worry.
as the demon and see
Yeah.
if that's the effect that you're trying to do.
I'm trying to pull her out of her bird form into her demonic form.
Okay.
So she essentially become a.
You're gonna become you're definitely gonna try to reverse the evocation effects on Lily's form, trying to transform her from the bird into her spirit. I assume.
Yeah.
Trying to make her
Okay.
take APOC form, right?
Yeah. Well, without many successes, Saskia, go ahead and roll me faith.
Yep. Give me a few.
Wow, if we were vampires, we'd all be really pissed off right now.
Yep.
Masquerade!
Oh, fuck, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Okay. What pretty much happens. Not only does Lily assume her apocalyptic form from the bird, she's actually feels a point of faith as it is ripped away from her body.
Oh, fucking hell.
Nasty.
Okay, so
I
yeah, you have
shall-
this huge hell kitty, wherever the hell you are, whether it be in public, whether it be indoors, you've done this, Edwin, with all the consequences that
Yes.
come with it.
I have. It is amazing, isn't it? I'll use this opportunity to cast an incantation. Spending a point of willpower. And I won't spend any quintessence on this one. I shall bend light around the Hell Kitty. Meow. Nobody can
Meow.
see you.
Well, that's one worry out of the window as Lily is suddenly feeling her feathers basically. Those feathers just fall off her body as she starts growing into this. It's, by the way, her low or high APOC form?
That was a botch. I'm gonna let Austin decide on this one, but I'm definitely gonna point him in a more botchy direction.
Bocce direction towards what again?
Bocce
wondering
direction
if
towards High Torment.
Is it my high or my low torment form that he pulls me in?
What's your current torment at the moment?
6.
Oh
No.
yeah, that is one hellish
five
hell
permanent
beast.
and
That is one hellish hell beast that you have just summoned from that bird, my good sir. Full
Okay.
high torment. Not necessarily with the
Oh.
high torment abilities, so you're not going to suffer the temporary torment. Just there's this hellish hell kitty.
You want me to give you the description?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I've.
It's what you see is basically the picture that you see here, except for the fact that it has 2 extra arms. Also, all over her body, you will see like on the back, following her spine, you see horns or thorns, and on her shoulders and elbows, wrists, knees, you see thorns sticking out of that body. Her 2 giant horns on her head. Let's see. Oh, and she's definitely tall. She's like 7 foot tall, easily.
Look at the monster you created.
Sweet. That's quite alright. I'm specialised in fighting demons. I have no problems with this. I think would we be slightly concerned about turning into a demonic form enough to act, or would you be panicked? And also, a question for you, Austin. Did we make a decision yet about whether or not demons can go into the Umbra?
Demons can definitely go in the Umbra.
Oh crap!
Outstanding.
I think at first she will definitely be like surprised for a few moments. She did manage to fly out of the window, but she just feels herself falling onto the ground, and she lands. A cat always lands on her paws, so she just literally lands like she's portrayed within the picture on all fours. First thing that Lily is gonna do is she's just gonna. She is actually worried about the fact that people see her like this. At least part of her is.
It would very, very quickly, as soon as you land on the ground, go very black as all the light is diverted from you.
Okay, so basically.
So your general space, light is bent around you.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
Oh,
it
definitely
goes
panic.
completely black. To which Edwin will calmly stand up, finish his tea, and leave $5 available for the maid. Will walk out. You can probably hear the baying and scratching of a hell kitty. I'll reach into the area where I have bent light around the demon. Place my hand upon her, or grab her arm, and then we shall, with no roll because I am amazing, push us both into the Umbral Realms.
Actually, as you're trying to grab her, just one question. Because I've changed into APOC form by your doing, is it actually possible for me to change back into human at this point? Or do you force me into this form specifically?
I didn't assign a time frame on the incantation, so I assume you can do it. You can change back if you need to.
I would have changed back then immediately because there's a shitload of people around, and just before that cage that she's in, she just thinks about, okay, well, whatever's going on, at least when I'm looking like a human, although I'll probably be naked, I can escape.
Cool.
But that does mean that as soon as you
we
grab
enter
me,
into a shadowy realm.
I can't pull loose. Fuck. So yeah, Okay. Wait.
I've been
Different
blessed with
form.
seeing your form before there. And now I've pulled you into our realm. I don't understand how many times I have to say that you are not welcome in this place.
Lily will just look at you, definitely with defiance. She's just saying, I was here to protect one of my own. I don't care what you're saying. I don't care about you, your university, or your fellows. I just want to protect what's mine.
What's yours? And you would treat this one like your property, is that right? And yet you would still allow her to come and suffer the risk of being in this place.
I didn't know she was coming this way until it was too late.
I see. Well, ignorance is no excuse. You know better than to enter this place. Considering the fact that you seem to disregard our law in this place and do not care, as you say, and there should be some restitution for your entry.
So, what are you planning to do? I mean, it's not like I can do anything back. And she just holds up her hands. And... What you gonna do? Gonna kill me?
Why should I kill you? That would only ignite an issue between us and the Fallen. No. I shall take you to the topmost tower of our citadel, where you shall contemplate your folly.
Oh god, you got me. What world are you actually from? The world of fairy tales? Bring the princess to a tower and guard her. And you think that won't get them off? That won't put them off? I mean, as soon as they know that I'm gone, you think they won't be upset? You think they don't care?
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they'll understand that our warning then has weight. Now, will you come willingly, or do I have to place the chains upon you?
She's just looking at you for a few moments. She's just like trying to see if there's any way that she could take you or escape from you. And she has never been in the Umbra, so yeah, she's gonna try and make a run for it.
I see.
Probably.
I
She's
will.
actually gonna try, by the way. She's actually gonna try and use Lore of Fundaments to just jump up pretty high and then scoop up. But I don't think it will work in the Umbra. So.
Of course it
Well,
will.
it should be able to. It's a Shadow Realm. I do have a question for you, though. Do you appear to be damaged in any way or injured?
No, not anymore.
Good. Okay, so with your heroic leap away, I shall intercede by raising my wand, throwing a point of willpower and 3 points of quintessence. Again, I've now spent 12 quintessence. This is 2 willpower. This is expensive.
Lily is gonna jump or leap. Let's see. 20 yards per success. So
yards.
she's gonna leap 60 yards.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. 2, 4. No, that's not enough. I will raise my wand and a beam of a light shoots forth to pay contrition to yourself. I will do what we call a holy stroke. Meow.
Oh god.
Let me just roll for damage.
Bring it. Oh fuck, I can't soak egg at this point. Because I'm just human.
Ish.
Yes. Still only have my normal stamina.
Yeah, that's 5 eggs.
5 egg.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't soak any of it.
Say, is it 4? Because there's a 1 in there.
Well, yes, you're right. 4 eggs.
Same shit, I still can't soak it. It doesn't matter. That will leave me -2 or something? -3?
On 3
On the
eggs.
dice pool?
-2, it only goes 1, 2, and then 5.
Maybe on.
Okay.
Yep. Maybe on your dice pool. There's no pain with this though, and there's no hole blown in your chest. It's a beam of light, and it just feels that you're lessened because of it.
Alright. Okay, now Lily is scared at this point. So she's gonna try and let's see, invoke her, not her entire APOC form, but well, actually, yeah, she's gonna try and invoke her low torment form at this point. But I'm not gonna spend fate on it because I really can't, and I fail. So that doesn't work out. She stays human. She's gonna try and leap once more, just to gain as much distance between herself and you. Wait.
I will say before you shout. No, you've leapt off the tallest building there.
So that's another 6. No, 3 times 4. It's 40 yards. No, it's 20 yards, so it's another 60 yards. I don't know if it's 20 or 40, but I'll go with 20.
60.
You're kind of at my range there now.
Yay! Next problem, stuck in the Umbra. Crap!
My voice will probably echo in your mind as you're sort of leaping away. Well, as I shout it into the Umbral realms as you go. Yield to me, and I will ensure that your safe return.
Well, as she is out of reach, she's finally really looking around as to where she is. She doesn't know that's the Umbra, but I think I can make an int check to actually see if this is normal world or not. Yeah, I kind of figured that out. So at this point she is she's actually not sure what to do. At one point she really doesn't want to return to that guy because despite her her defiance, she does realize that, oh my god, I don't know what he just did, but that was Not good. Crap. I already knew they were powerful. I just wanted to get away. She really doesn't have any clue how to get out of the Umbra. She sighs and she realizes that she's not gonna get out of there without his help at this point, so she is leaping back. And fuck. I hate losing. So she leaps back 40 yards, and so you probably see her by now again. I don't know.
I shall wait.
Another 40. No, actually 60. So
Just say that
well,
you
let's
make it
just say
faster.
with yeah. Well, fuck it. I'm not gonna roll. I didn't even know how many successes I had in total until she stands before him
Yes.
again. And she's definitely not happy about this. Fine. But there's one thing that I don't understand. Well, there are a lot of things I don't understand about your kind, but it's one thing that's pissing me off. You walk into our place, Fordham University. You knew that it was the Bronx. You knew we were there.
Actually, I did not. It was a surprise to me to find you there, and I have not been back since.
Still, you knew before that we were in the Bronx.
I did not. Again, we're arguing semantics at least. Come now, I'm sure I need to restore you and your body from what I did. You should be the guest at our tower, and I dare say that you shall be returned to your kind before long. This way, please.
Fine. Do you have any empathy, by the way?
Yes. I think it's an empathy of 1 or 2.
Perception empathy.
I'll go with the minimum.
Well, let's just say, you know what?
Perception.
Fuck it. You don't have to roll it. I'll just give it to you. You can definitely see, by the way, that she's looking at you and that she's standing. Oh yeah. That she will not give up. She gives up now just because she has to get out of here. But as soon as she's out, she will try to escape again.
No, I appreciate it. No. I'll note it for future references, but I'm insanely arrogant about the powers of our chantry, so I shall not be too overly concerned. Come now. I'm sure there's much we can learn from each other whilst you're a guest there in the tower.
Sure.
And why were you following that one as a bird?
Like I said, I have to protect her.
It would have been much better if you were in your normal form, I'm sure.
You think I didn't know that you wouldn't let me in? She's hoping that her signatures would mask mine. Apparently they didn't.
I take it. Now, I take it something happened in Budapest, I assume? Something bad to cause the loss of one so great?
She's just not gonna reply to that. Yeah, she's like, okay, I'm your prisoner. You're not gonna get any information out of me, especially not concerning her. Actually, yeah, she says that.
Right. Okay. Well, if you refuse to answer, fine. Then you can answer at least one question. Is it a meat feast you like, or do you like Hawaiian pizzas? Because that's what's on the menu tonight.
Prisoners don't eat with their captives. Captivators, sorry. English!
Well, which pizza would you prefer? Since there's no chance of me cooking for you.
I am not hungry.
As you wish. This way, please. And Edwin will lead them on to the hallowed halls of the Chantry of the Order of Hermes.
And actually, as soon as they're out of the Umbra again, she is gonna try and leap away again.
Oh, I will keep you in the Umbra. There's an umbral realm straight into the Chantry.
Okay, in that case, screw it. Let's see, is there anything she can do?
Nope.
There's one thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
like she's gonna put you into risk.
Try it.
No way.
Fair enough.
She has a lot to protect.
Well, you could make the request for somebody to get the message to pick your ass up.
Well, not while there's a mate standing there. She's not gonna tell you.
You're breaking up a bit there, Josh.
No, simply have everyone.
Conventional means, I think, is what he's meaning.
Yeah,
You could have
yeah.
Lily asked to have Edwin inform people of the situation.
Right, could you at least tell Josh that he has to keep an eye out for her?
It will be done.
Fine.
It will be done. And I'm sure Victoria will keep an eye out for her as well. If she is who I think she is.
I think we can call it end scene there.
Yeah, I think we can end scene there.